Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. It always is. I hope you're all doing well. Day 2 over in the finals. Once again, 2 of the best in store for us today. Should be short and sweet. Get your comments in with your predictions. Anything that I'm taking today will be in the pinned comments. You're more than welcome to take a look at that. Take it if you want. Leave it if you must. It's entirely up to you. The choice will always be yours. But like the video, get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're not already. We do continue to grow each and every day. It'd be an honour to welcome you to the team, so get yourself involved. Now we'll do a quick recap of day 1. How did we get on? Did we win? Did we lose? Did we just come close? Most importantly, did we enjoy the tennis? I'll go first. 6 in a row.
Let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may.
Say something about that. The streak is well and truly intact. Carlos Alcaraz minus that 3.5 against the Demon. Excellent. Fantastic stuff. A bit close to the call. A bit close for comfort after that first set. I must admit he was up 4-1. Ended up sending it to a tiebreak. But then I weren't in much doubt prior to the game. And even after the first tiebreak, I still had quite a lot of hope. Thank you very much, Carlos. I appreciate that very much, my mates. Absolutely. But that was just me. Get yourself involved. Share with the group. And we'll waste no more time. Let's get right into business. Let's get it on. First one is Lorenzo Musetti and Taylor Fritz. Very interesting matchup indeed. I have high expectations for Taylor Fritz this week over in the finals based on what I've seen last time out. Pretty much every time he's been here. Got to the finals last year, looked like he was going to win it until he didn't. And then the first time out, even got to the semis. Happy days. Taylor Fritz definitely fancies himself over on these courts in Italy. As for Lorenzo Musetti, don't know how much to expect from him this week, more so in this match today. Bit of a quick turnaround after getting to the final and having to go to war in said final against Djokovic as well. That was a couple of days ago. Safe to say he most certainly could have done without that. Can you believe Djokovic made him do that? Made him play like that and then just pulled out anyway? Honest to God, funny. It's a funny old game. He'll be pleased that he's here. Like I say, maybe he'll be more than inspired enough to give this one as all. Maybe he's still got just a little bit left. Maybe playing in front of the home crowd may just perk him up quite some. I'm not too sure. I think Taylor Fritz is a rather dangerous player indeed, especially providing you're going to be a bit worse for wear, which I imagine we're all expecting. You wouldn't be surprised if Musetti's gassed out of his arse in this one. But with that being said, head-to-head is 3-2. They've played each other 5 times. Taylor Fritz beat him twice in 2022. And then Lorenzo Musetti's beat him the last 3 times, and they all come last year. That's right, twice on the clay, in straight sets as well. Routine wins on the clay, Monte Carlo and Paris, and then Wimbledon in between. No surprise, it was a lot closer on the grass. But when it comes to hardcourt tennis, I have to say Taylor Fritz excels at hardcourt tennis. 13-11 this year, 18-11 for the Italian. It's been much better for Musetti, but I don't think it's been anywhere near the level of the American, if I'm being honest. Indoor courts, on paper, not a lot to split them. As a matter of fact, there's nothing to split them. 7-4 apiece. Look, based on what I've seen last week in them finals, like Musetti's been playing fantastic as of late. He really has. He's kind of had to make the push for the finals. Taylor Fritz, been a bit patchy. It's been a bit more patchy than I would like to admit. 5 wins out of his last 10. Back-to-back second round exits in the last 2 tournaments, over in the Swiss Indoors and the Paris Masters. I don't know how much to take from that. Is Taylor Fritz just, is he playing a bit passive at the moment? Did he just qualify for these finals time ago? And he's just been sort of biding his time until we reach Turin. Maybe, maybe not. We will most certainly find out today. Taylor Fritz is 1.5 on the decimal. I have to agree with it. Regardless of what that head-to-head will tell me. Prior to the matchup, I would have to assume one of these players will have a clear advantage on the hard court. And I'll let you guess who that one is. Taylor Fritz 1.5. Any takers on that? It's a sound parlay piece. I don't know what you'd put with it. Spread is 2.5. I might just stick with the spread. If I had to take anything today, I may be very tempted to go with Taylor Fritz minus the 2.5. Alcaraz minus the 3.5 came in yesterday. I might just stick to the spread. 6 in a row as well, folks. I mean, I know I said it at the start, but I'm rather pleased about that. If Taylor Fritz can make it 7, I'll be even happier. Even happier. That would be fucking great if you could do that for me, Taylor. Minus 2.5, 1.5 on the decimal. Safe to say, I think the American should be getting this one done today, folks. So we'll move on. Is Jannik Sinner, Felix, Auger Aliassime. We did see this match last week in the finals in the Paris Masters. So to save on repeating myself and just going over the exact same thing, I will try to keep this one as brief as possible. 1.05 for Jannik Sinner, obviously. Getting Felix as a massive dog, 8-1 to be precise. I mean, based on the last one in the Paris Masters, I know he didn't win, but I'd say that seems a little bit disrespectful, don't you? Felix has been shit hot the past few months, but he just hasn't managed to beat Jannik Sinner. No matter how good he's been playing, he just hasn't really managed to beat him at all this year as well, as we've mentioned a few times the past few months. Head to head, it's now 3-2 to Jannik Sinner. Felix did get the first 2 done back in 2022. He was a walkover last year, and then come 2025, no surprise to me, Jannik Sinner has won every single one. Absolutely not. Cincinnati Masters, US Open last week, in the Paris Masters, everyone coming on the hard court. First 2, absolute annihilation. Last week, not so much. Pretty much as close as you're going to keep it against the likes of Jannik Sinner, 6-4 in that tiebreak. Spread covered. Happy days. Maybe it's just rinse and repeat, and I couldn't talk it off of that. Absolutely not. Spread's 4.5. It's a dangerous spread. It's a dangerous spread. You're banking on a tiebreak. That's providing, he's going to get beaten straight sets. You're banking on a tiebreak there, aren't you? You got it out of him last time. You did. My question is this, and I don't know if it's a silly question or not. It's just something that popped into my head before I thought I'd ask. Paris Masters final. You kind of got to win that one, haven't you? You've got to win that one. You want to win every match, but with this being group stages, the thing is for Felix, you don't actually have to win this one. It's weird. You don't have to win this one, but you've got to win the next 2 if you want to go further. Who's he got in the group? Is it Ben Shelton? Zverev? Ben Shelton and Zverev in this group with Sinner and Felix? Maybe. Don't quote me on it. You don't need to beat Jannik Sinner today, but you will have to beat Ben Shelton and Zverev. And I don't know about you, but the way Felix has been playing as of late, I don't think it's a hot take to say I think he stands a much better chance against the likes of Zverev and Ben Shelton as opposed to Jannik Sinner. That's just a personal opinion. I just think Jannik Sinner beats him. How convincingly? That is the question. Like I say, I couldn't talk it off Felix on that spread, given what we've seen last time. If it was 5.5, I'd be more tempted. I would be very tempted. I'm sure it's plus money at 4.5, so you may even keep it that close. Is he going to be more inspired? Going back to my original question, will he be more inspired to beat Jannik Sinner in the first round of the group stages when he doesn't actually have to? Is it going to be as close as what it was last week in the Paris Masters? Maybe. Maybe not. I fear it may not. But I don't think I'm brave enough to take Jannik Sinner on that 5.5. If it's 4.5, even still, like I say, it's a dangerous spread. It's a dangerous spread for either one. If you take someone plus that 4.5, they give up that 3. They give up that 6-3 in that first set. You're fucked, aren't you? You're on the edge of your seat all game. You've pretty much, within half an hour, 40 minutes, you've went from someone needing to just win X amount of games to pretty much needing to win outright. And I don't think Felix is going to win outright here against Jannik Sinner. So I couldn't take him on the spread, unfortunately. I'm all for it being a good game. I always want to see good games. But there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do against Jannik Sinner, folks. Against 1.05. What are we even doing here? You're kind of being forced. You're being forced into a corner to take the Canadian today. And I just ain't going to do it. I would much rather keep the streak intact than force anything with this match today. If anything, I'd rather have a go on the previous matchup with Lorenzo Musetti and Taylor Fritz. That's if I'm having a go. Obviously, if it's pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. but I would have to assume Yannick Sinner gets that one done today. How you go about betting that, I'm not too sure. I mean, he hasn't been beaten in 2 years, you know. He's on a 26-game winning streak on the indoor courts. Excuse me. I repeat, 26 winning streak on the indoor courts. He hasn't been beat since the final. 2023. That's right. It was against Djokovic. What is that? What even is that? No one comes close to that. Nobody comes close to that. You could make an argument for a lot of players that come up against Yannick Sinner. They could do this, they could do this, they could utilise this, but the fact of the matter is, he's just so better. He's so much better than pretty much everyone else. There's not a lot, if anything, that anyone's got that he can do much better than Yannick Sinner. It's a shame. It is a shame. But he is that guy. He is just that guy. And like I say, for the last time, I'm expecting him to get past the Canadians today. Absolutely. Very well, that shall do us. Once again, short and sweet. Another day in the bag. Happy days. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you watching the show. Like and subscribe before you go, and I'd appreciate that too. I'll be saying good night to you, or good morning, or whatever. But I'll be seeing you around. You take it easy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And I'll wish you the best of luck, however you decide to go about your business today. Have yourself a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.